I kind of dig that. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the one and only Mayhem stream, where we got all the mayhem on one stream, and we're just going to whip it up a little bit more with the guy to my, I guess it would be the right, maybe on your computer. Yeah. So the guy with me is Whip, whichever. See, on the phone it's different.
Yeah, that's that way.
Anyways, we got the one and only Whips Road with us tonight. How's everybody doing? Good seeing everyone. And let's see. Well, we got a busy chat already. Let's see. Ooh, I better bring it back on here just in case. Okay. Jimmy telling Whip to tell me to hit the effing button. Well, I'll do what I want. Okay.
Lefty can never have enough black and gold, buddy.
Right. Mark Sterlson popping in. Hey, good day, everyone. What's happening, Mark? How you doing, buddy? Oh, now I'm going to start doing that. Maybe I should just move this over here and that over here. There we go. Okay. That way I'm not like... It's weird. Okay, it's weird.
It is. I haven't done this enough times, but I'm always looking somewhere other than the camera. So.
Right. Well, my camera is hard to see because it's like at the top. So I got to kind of look like off the thing to...
Right. The one I was just on John, My Fish Tank Aquatics, or Johnny No Shoes. He, I'm looking like this almost the whole show.
Well, and you know, that's what I used to run. And in fact, I'm still running the chat. I guess I could just look up here. But I start hitting buttons wrong. And it just gets bad if I touch that. So we'll just stick with down here. It's safer that way. It's like Black Powder Aquatics made it. What's happening? How we doing? Jimmy P, obviously. How's it going, Jimmy P? How you doing? And then we got Glitch popping in. What's happening, Glitch? How's it going? And Mr. the one and only Lefty himself. How's it going, Lefty? Thanks for that intro, by the way. I like it. Let's see. Terry's Tropical Tank. Speaking of another, what do you want to call us? The misfits of the fish fam. Terry, how's it going, Terry? Oh, yeah. And then we got what we got. We got Amanda Lynn popping in. What's happening, Amanda? How you doing? Liquid Zoo OnlyFins. Who's that guy? The one and only Matt made it in here. What's happening, Matt?
I think
let's see. Then we got the Coro. His name's a lot easier to say now. How's it going, Coro Works? Only Oscars June made it in. What's happening, June? And then we got Silver Creek Aquatics. How's it going? Good seeing you. Timbo taking it easy. Welcome to the stream. How's it going, buddy? New local making it in. What's happening, Austin? How you doing? Did I mess that up? I might have. I got Austin on the TV over here. What's happening, new local? How we doing? Okay. I think we're
caught up.
Oh, Keith Hanshaw popping in the lap there. Now I think we're caught up. Terry says he's well adjusted to low life. Well, I wasn't calling us low life. We're just the like
misfit
band of outcasts. Oh, we got June saying, "Whip, show your flower horn."
No, I can't.
Freaky Fish Ladies made it in. How's it going? And Amanda says, "You may not remember me. I was the lady who made you sign my autograph book." I do remember.
I remember you too.
Yeah, I do remember that. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like at the moment there's going to be a Chicago one this year. So It's looking like there's only going to be 2, which blows. I had a blast there. I'm not going to be able to make it to Daytona, and quite honestly, probably not Texas either. So Shella may not be in the cards for us this year.
No, it's not Lefty.
I don't. Yeah.
Daytona. I might get lucky because we have a condo down in Florida on the other side of Florida.
Really?
But we fly in on the 4th.
Well,
so I may take a left.
Wow.
And at least spend a day over there.
Yeah. Well, at least one of us gets to make it.
Right? You should drop on down. What do you got going on?
I may or may not be able to leave the state.
Oh. That would even make Chicago a tough go.
May or may not be able to for a brief period of time. But I mean, if I can and if I can swing it, I would definitely do it. But I just don't know about that one. I'd really like to see the one in Texas because that's the big one.
That is the big one. I have not been to Texas since I was about that big.
Right.
Got lost down near the border.
Oh, not a good place to get lost.
Yeah, not when you're like 2. I wouldn't wander enough.
Oh, looks like we got some more people slipping in here. Let's see. Terry says you 2 got asked for autographs. What the fuck? Well, that was probably one of your trips to the concession stand, Terry.
Yeah, buying your $12 Bloody Mary.
Yeah. 2 Coolie for Schoolie popping in here. How you doing, buddy? Florida Fish Rescue, good seeing you. How's it going? Monster Fish Gal, Lori made it in here. How's it going, Lori? Oh, man. There. Gardaki made it in. What's happening, Gardaki? How you doing?
Hey, there's some names in here I don't recognize.
Yeah, new names. New names are always good.
Yeah.
And if one of the people that I threw a wrench at, and obviously couldn't duck that wrench, if anybody's got Whip's link to his channel, just handy, feel free to go ahead and plaster that on the old chat board there. Now let's see if we can't help out here. We'll get. Where are you at, Whip? Do you even know?
What do you mean? I'm still. I think I'm at like 275 or 280 or 175, 180.
375. You're way more than I am.
No, 175.
There we go. Thank you, Lefty. Thank you, Glitch. They're plastering that out there. Let's see if we can at least bust that 200 mark for you. That'd be kind of cool. I remember my 200, and then I remember my second 200, and then the by the time I got to the 8th time I broke the 200, it finally stuck.
Hey, that I thought you were saying you would 400, 600.
Oh no, well, that was a thing, but now I'm just happy to continue to go up. Oh man, Matt says I never heard of Whip. Is he new?
I am brand new.
brand new channel.
I set up my first tank yesterday, and I went out and bought an Arowana. It's a 29-gallon tank. That should be okay, shouldn't
it? There you go. That's legit. It's like Alan Hawkins popping in. What's happening, Alan? Shouldn't you be at work? Wait, no, they're not doing nothing. Yeah. Last night, they had a hell of a... So we go to this hockey game last night. They had a hell of a fight. We left 5 minutes early because, our team destroyed the other team. And by the time we got down the stairs, they've got it playing on all the screens, right? And I'm like, oh, man, this dude's beating the hell out of that guy. We're missing it. Somebody on the other team was very unhappy.
Yes, that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Every now and again. And in hockey, it's allowed. You do that in the football field, and everybody's suspended. But
Right.
Yeah, you know.
He says, I got nothing scheduled until Saturday, but that could change. Well, you know, it'd do you some good to work a little bit, kid. I'm messing. Looks like Mike from Florida Fish Rescue saying looks like we might have a part of a booth at Aquashell at Daytona this year. Who's coming? Well,
maybe me.
I can't confirm or deny whether I am or not. I would love to, especially it's her birthday and that weekend, and that'd be cool to get her down there. But I don't think it's in the cards.
That's too bad. And I don't understand why they had to bounce Chicago, because it's the second biggest one.
Well, I don't know truth or not on the matter, but what were they saying the other day? It wasn't bringing in the revenue, I think, which doesn't make sense when you have, let's just say the hotel's gigantic.
Right.
Okay.
And we had a line wrapped around the damn thing.
It was at least a mile from one side to the other.
Right.
Or it felt like it, especially carrying a 75-pound bag. But and the line was wrapped from one side of the doors all the way out that side, all the way down to the entrance that we parked at, and then all the way back. I mean, my buddy Michael from Michigan Tropical walked that whole line, did it on one of his videos, just walking that whole line. And I mean, it's just, now they had that convention going on, that Stranger Things, whatever, Stranger Con or whatever they called it, but not all those people were there for that. Everybody starts lining up for Aquashella, and it's already jam-packed in there, and you got 2 mile people.
Right.
I
don't get it. I don't, something happened where maybe a bigger event was scheduled for the time they kind of wanted to do it. I don't know. I'm sure they know. And
yeah, I don't know either.
The Lefties and the Carries and the, the John and Jason's know. But
well, that's like I said. I don't know the actual nitty gritty of it, but it just sucks because I had a blast there, and I fully intended on going this year, and it's not looking like we're going to pull it off. The hotel probably didn't like all the fish water left in it. We babysat a tank.
At least 110 or whatever that was.
No, that was a
120.
I think it was the equivalent of like a 70-gallon, 60 or 70-gallon, something like that. But there wasn't any water in that tank at the particular time when we were babysitting it. Now, on the bathroom counter was a different story. There was a bunch of fish on that counter.
Somebody kept buying fish.
Yeah. Really damn fish people. But I will say it was cool. It sucked watching everybody leave and having to say goodbye to everybody, but it was really cool getting to watch the Meekum auction come in and set up. That was cool. I won't deny that.
They were the next one up?
Yeah, they came in because I think they tore Aquashella down by like midnight or something. They had it all cleared out. And then the next day, outside in the one lot, they had all those tents they were putting up. Well, that's where they were putting all the outside cars, I guess you could call it.
Right.
And then the very next day, they were setting up something down the hallway that didn't have anything to do with Meekum. And then Meekum showed up, and I mean, they just start piling in there. And by the time we left, what was that, Monday night? We went around the fence there, and there were some pretty cool cars sitting out there.
See, I wonder if it's something like that bounced Aquashella, because obviously that's going to have a much bigger draw.
Yeah.
As big as Aquashella is, it's still pretty small in comparison to stuff like that.
I could definitely see that I mean, obviously, Mayhem's got bigger pockets, you know. And, well, let's face it, huge car auction versus fish show. I mean, you got to go with what the general public's going to do.
Right.
And so, if that hotel thinks they can get a better draw by hanging out and waiting or whatever, I get it. It just sucks. But we got places in Indiana you can do that at. I'm just saying.
Right. Right. Not even that far away.
Right. But
it's probably closer, for if you found a nice place. I don't know if there is a nice place, but if you found a hotel like that just over the border in Indiana,
yeah,
it's really closer to Chicago than Schaumburg is to Chicago.
Well, they could even do it. Well, the Coliseum would do it, but if you're wanting the bigger venues, they're down in Indy. Hell, do it on Lucas Oil Field. That's the only good thing that's ever happening on that turf.
How far away is Indy for you guys?
About 2 hours.
I think I bought a cat down there. There's a lady that sells Maine Coon cats.
Oh yeah.
She's got a breeding thing. She did. She retired, but just south of Indy. And I went down there twice, but that was like a 7-hour ride.
Yeah.
That's an all-dayer if you're just going down to pick up a cat.
Yeah. That's a long way to go.
Yeah, right.
Those Maine Coons are awesome.
Yeah, they are. Just short-lived, that's all.
We had one given to us, and she just passed away last year, and she was up there in years when we got her. And she lived with us for, I don't know, 7 or 8 of those years. And just got to where she was having trouble breathing. And the bad thing with them is they always get hairballs. Like, you got to figure out what particular diet to feed them. And if you stray off that, all you're going to do is hear hacking and choking in the middle of the night.
Yeah. And they don't, and I don't know how that happens because they sure don't clean themselves that very well. Did yours get knots all the time?
She was very adamant on cleaning herself.
Oh, man.
But if I didn't brush her, she would get knotted up.
Yeah, it was terrible. I mean, I had to have my one get shaved because I had 3, and the one I had to actually shave her down because it was so bad I couldn't even get a brush through her anymore. She
had a few knots when we first got her, and I managed to brush some of those out. And there was like one or maybe a little cluster that I was like, you know what, we're not even going to mess with that. And I just clipped it and called it a day on that. Figured it'll grow back. I mean, they shed as much as an Alaskan Malamute.
Yeah, they do.
I'm still cleaning her fur. And she's been gone for almost a year. And I'm still, it's like, it just, the fur finds its way into crevices. But, yeah, no, they're definitely fun cats. And I'm not a big cat guy, but I don't mind Maine Coons. They're cool.
Yeah, I don't know what June's getting at there. Should I read anything into that?
Like you said, I had to shave a cat or two. Really?
Take it easy, Amanda. Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks for coming in. It's good seeing you. Hopefully we'll get to meet again somewhere. The location not disclosed.
Right.
If you're going to be at the class, I'll see you there.
Are you guys going to the clash this year, or are you not going to be able to make it?
I think everything will be done out of the way in time, and I should be good to go by then. So, but we're definitely making that. Everything's booked. All my stupid stuff I got to deal with should be done long before then, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that should be a go. So,
Yeah, I got my tickets and I got the room booked and everything too. So I'm definitely staying on site this time.
Yeah, no, that's the way to do it. That's what we're going to do. We're staying at the hotel. That, you know, it's more fun that way, and you don't have to worry about driving back to your wherever you're at.
Right. Yep.
It just
the B&Bs, they might be nicer than a hotel room, but I didn't much care for the 20-minute ride, saying goodbye, missing all the after party stuff, and
right.
up in the morning and hearing about it. I'm like, oh man.
Right. And you know, the B&B was awesome that we stayed at. It was just 20-minute ride, which when you're stuck behind a mile-long line of friggin' horse and buggy, that turns into a half an hour to 45-minute trip. Or, you know, you're not trying to run them over, but it's like, get the hell out of the way. So
stick with Amish up there too.
Yeah.
Or
I seen Lefty says, what did he say? Oh, I missed it. I'm going to do it on here. I saw it. He says, worst case, the missus and I will bunk alone. We can teleconference you. And yeah. Thanks, buddy. Oh, man. No, I think we're okay. I think everything will be done and over with. As long as this county that I screwed up in can pull their heads out of their ass and get the ball rolling. I'm not worried about the county I live in because they're like clockwork. I got to wait on those guys to and you know, I got to wait on them first and foremost.
Dude, and I'm telling you, at least you're not in Podunk. I bought property down in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And there is a water line that goes up to the property so that when I build, I could just, hook up to it, theoretically. Problem is the water line is broken somewhere between my property and the property to the what would that be? That'd be east. And they can't find it. and it's been like that for 2 years.
Oh man!
I don't know if they're losing. If they can't find it. I imagine water is just draining somewhere, right? I mean,
it's going somewhere.
You're right.
Well, this county that this happened in, even my attorney said that you picked the absolute worst county.
Oh no.
To do this in, because it's going to take a year. He said these guys, all right, I mean, snail's pace is a little too fast for them. So he said, get ready for it to be a year. And in April, it'll be a year. Oh, so I'm just like, dude, I've done everything you guys wanted me to do. We're good. We got the agreement. Can we just move this ball rolling? Because my oldest graduates in June 2nd. And that's down in Indy. I don't want to miss that. So I'm like, can we get the ball rolling? I'll do my 60 days and then let's go. Done and over with. But it's on their pace, on their terms. And I'm sitting here going, why couldn't we just get the thing moved here?
Right.
It'd have been done and over with.
Hey, Vinoski.
Oh, man, I'm missing a whole bunch of people coming in.
Dust is in here.
We got Saint Dust, Vinoski. I swear I'm missing some people. I thought I saw Mike Topman here. I did. How's it going, guys? And if we missed you, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm not watching.
It's just me and Whip getting carried away.
You guys have probably got all kinds of fun stuff going on in here. We're just totally missing it.
Well, not really. I got started. I was actually doing a video, and then it was supposed to go like clockwork, and then of course, like anything I do, it doesn't. turns into a horrible nightmare. Now power tools have to be involved. No, I'm trying to level out that stand for the 40 gallon for her betta tank. And I'm finding all these high points. What I'm dealing with is a stand that was built with warped and twisted wood. I mean, they might as well just built the damn thing with tree twigs. I don't know. It's just they twist and they're warped. So I'm trying to level all that out because I don't exactly have a mill, you know. And it didn't go well yesterday.
Can you? I don't even know where you would find it, but could you put the, like on the smaller rimless tanks that need that cushion underneath that like foam or whatever that stuff is?
Well,
kind of take the.
What I'm dealing with is one corner of the stand is 1/8 of an inch higher than the rest of it. And I found that the leg had 1/8 of an inch in it. So I trimmed it down and it's still, but I think it was when the guy built the stand, I think he just left it that way and he just shimmed it with wood shims. And I'm like, I'm not cool with shimming between the tank and the stand. I don't have a problem with shimming the bottom of the tank. I don't want to shim between the tank, between the two.
Yeah, because that's just going to cause it to.
You're just going to talk. Now, granted, it's only a 40 gallon tank, but still, that's a lot of pressure on joints. Over time, they will give up.
Let me tell you, I put thinking, as a 20-year-old, didn't know any better. Well, I probably did, but I didn't. A 40 gallon water heater.
Yeah.
In the basement. Well, my basement was built on an angle like this.
Oh, jeez.
So I pushed it, level, and then I put a piece of wood halfway underneath, so that it would rest. Well, that over time, the weight of the unit used that wood as almost like scissors, and it just.
Yeah.
And then I had all the water on the basement floor, and I had to spend money that I didn't have to replace it. So.
And see, that's where this.
That was only 40. So
if it was a case of the tank was sitting flush on the stand and the stand was just a little wonky, I'll shim it. I'll shim them all day long. This one shimmed, not good enough, but it's shimmed. But it's just when I saw the tank, you can literally put your finger on one corner in the back and raise the opposite corner 1/8 of an inch or almost 1/4 of an inch. It's like, there's a problem there.
Yep.
So I have to address it. And I'm like, I'm trying to use the stand that the guy made because I'm like, it works for him. But I'm like, I just see this going horribly wrong at the worst possible time.
Right.
So I would rather at least have the tank level with the stand. I don't care if I have to shim the bottom of the stand. That's a different story. I don't care about that. But that I just don't want there to be issues.
Right.
If it was a 1,000th of an inch, I wouldn't worry about it.
Right.
But nearly 1/4 of an inch, that's a big problem. So,
hi, Carrie.
Hey, Carrie, what's happening? Oh, looks like Rico popped in too. What's happening, Rico?
Oh, look at you.
He says, looks like the wind block plan worked. Hardly any wind today. Thanks for your help.
No problem, buddy.
Keystone Flash popping in. Well, what's happening?
Terry, I have 150 high, which is only 4 feet, but there is a, and I haven't shimmed it yet. I am definitely playing with fire. It's probably a good 1.5 inches lower on one side than the other in a 4-foot span. So it's.
Yeah, she's tilting.
Yeah, she's tilting pretty good.
Well, this one's problem is it's not the tank that's not level, it's the floor.
Yes, that's my problem too.
Because this room had been added on to, and the add-on is doing this. So I've got to crawl my fat ass under the crawl space and put a bunch of lifts in there. I don't want it.
I don't want
it. Looks like Big Shrimp had made it in. What's happening, Big Shrimp?
Big Shrimp.
Peplin Creeks, what's happening?
Pep.
Oh, man. Saints Dust says, anyone ever tell you that you guys rock Metalhead and Whip?
Not
I've heard that a time or two. Why try? Lefty says, my roommate level either. Sometimes lean to left. Yes. Actually, when I brought the cube tank in here, the original stand is still sitting outside because, again, I didn't want to. But it was 8 inches, 6 or 8 inches taller than what it is now. And I pretty much mocked that stand because I knew that stand held the tank with water. But I also know my floor starts to dip right there. So I wanted to bring the height down, figuring, gravity, the lower, probably not a bad idea. So I actually built another stand and I made it between 6 and 8 inches shorter. Just because I'm like, okay, I got this 2,000-pound glass ball up here
on a toothpick
on a floor that's doing this shit, and I'm like, yeah, that probably won't end well. And it, there's only a few nights that I wake up in a cold sweat, going, yeah.
Yeah, my basement is so bizarre. I mean, they're like the 210. She sits almost perfectly flat.
Right.
And it's 6 feet from the 150, which is an inch and a half off. I'm like, I don't, but they're like this, they're not side by side. They're
right. They're
cornered. So it's this floor somehow is angled funny. I don't know.
Well, this stand could survive behind this on this 150. This stand could survive a nuclear blast. It's built. The problem is the guy that built it isn't much taller than the tank, which I get why you built the shorter stand. I totally understand that. It drives me nuts. I want it to be taller. It's one of my big tanks,
Right.
So
I go 30 inches if I can. Like,
well, it'd be nice to be able to put the FX6 under it, and I can't. So I've got it wedged in a corner behind this in my 35-gallon, which sucks, especially when you got to clean it. And thanks to everybody in there, they spit sand directly into the intake for the FX6.
Yeah, that's why I don't use sand. I don't like it.
So guess where the sand winds up?
Yeah.
But and I still don't learn. I still put Oscars in there.
Any cichlid, man. My Manic Wednesday or the Jaguar, man, that thing is terrible. The Salvini is always spitting stuff at the.
Oh yeah. They put that shit wherever they want it.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we got Scuba Steve-O popping in. What's happening, Scuba Steve? Dee Dee's Fish Den. How's it going, Dee Dee? Pet Sonics. Diego made it in. How's it going?
Holy cow. Look at all the people.
I hope I didn't miss anybody. And if I did, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 3G. Paul McCarthy. There we go. I think I got everybody. But man, I tell you, it's when I rushed this tank. I should have, brought the stand in and looked at it and gone, But I was in a hurry. I wanted to get the fish in it. And originally I had it against that wall, which it worked out fine over there. And then I got more.
And then a few more, and then a few more.
Yeah. Man, I needed room badly.
See, I am good on that point. I am not going to get crazy. I've got room for 7 tanks. I will get bigger tanks, but I will not get more tanks. So
I I also learned a valuable lesson. Don't put your African cichlid tank directly under the thermostat for your house. Because, that tank's got to be around 75, 80 degrees. Well, that radiant heat goes right up to the thermostat, and guess what doesn't turn on anywhere else?
So you adjust are like, holy crap, it's cold in here.
And we're upstairs going, what the hell is the furnace? Now, granted, the furnace has gone out twice in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But we've been here almost 15 years. It sooner or later was going to break. But I got to thinking about it. I'm like, man, I got the damn tank running at 80 degrees, and that heat's just going right up to the thermostat. It's time to move the thermostat. I don't have anywhere to put the tank. I'll put it in the hallway where it'll get the real reading.
I'm sure Mama wouldn't give you shit about that. Putting it
No. I think she'd be just fine with that. The problem is the damn thing would be on all the time.
The tank would be?
No, if it got the real reading coming out of that hallway, that furnace would be nonstop. And well, man, the blower motor went out about 4 weeks ago. Again, colder than hell outside, and the blower motor goes out. Kept throwing the breaker. My guy came in, put a new capacitor in, replaced the blower motor. I looked and went, that's literally all you had to do? And he went, yeah. And I went, son of a bitch. Well, all right, that was $320. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even upset. He got us back up and going in no time. Well, then, not last weekend, but the weekend before that. Again, colder shit outside. Friday night, was it? No, it was Saturday. Saturday. Jess tells me, she says, I don't think the heat's working. I go down there and sure shit, it's out again. And this time it was over a damn wire. Just a ground wire. I could have made that. And, going on about my business. It's been working great ever since. Knock on wood.
Yeah, no shit.
But yeah, so I don't like that furnace anymore. But I can't really be too upset because in 15 years, we had to have the circuit board replaced once about 5 or 6 years ago. And then now the blower motor went bad and a bad wire. Okay. All right. You know what? If that's the worst I got to deal with in 15 years, I'll take it.
That's pretty good.
I can't complain.
My furnace was still original to the home, which was built in sometime in the 60s. And it's never not worked. It sounded terrible. When it fired up, it sounded like an old car. And I'm like, oh,
sound like an old small block Chevy.
When it started every time, it never failed me. Even when I had a guy come over and say, I just had a buddy of mine come over and look at it, to give it a once over kind of thing, because it was, pushing 50 years old or whatever. And I think I don't think I had any more trouble than what you were just talking. Maybe a wire here, a starter there or something. Over 20 something years that I've lived here, and he came upstairs and he goes, "Dude, you got a hole in that thing about that big, just blowing. It's blowing all that nasty crap into your house." And it's like, I mean, I'm surprised your animals are still alive. And in hindsight, I'm like, damn, we lost like 3 cats
Right.
serious illnesses. You know, I'm like, oh boy. So we ended up, dropping 7K on was it 7? Yeah, something like 7K on a new one.
Mm.
But I mean, we got 20 years out of it, and the house got 50 something years out of that thing.
Right. I mean, it did its job.
Yeah, right. You can't make it go on forever, I suppose.
No. I mean, eventually they're going to fail.
Right.
And unfortunately, it's never at a good time.
Right. Well, I didn't have your situation, which was good, because it was just it was pre-winter, and we were still. I mean, this is first world problems, but it was hotter than hell, and when it's hooked to my AC unit, so I got a little warm.
Yeah, that's when you're going, hey man, something's not right.
while they were messing with it, but yeah, I didn't get froze out or nothing, and I didn't have to worry about fish tanks freezing or anything.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
Well, the nice thing about it was, we were freaking out because I'm like, shit, I'm running around making sure I got heaters on and everything. And the nice thing is this room stayed about 67, 68 degrees.
Yeah.
Because of all the stuff running?
Well, because that tank was at 80 degrees. This tank is at 78. And then there's a couple other tanks that are up there. The Pahaka tank's at 75. And all that radiant heat,
Yep.
it kind of kept it decent down here. And the one thing that I was scared of is my cube tank's not heated. It's heated by the vent under it. It's room temperature. And I'm sitting here going, oh shit. Well, those guys did fine. I think the water change was gradual enough that it didn't bother them.
Right.
So even the second time it went out, it dropped to 67. And then we got fired back up next day. So, no, that happened on Saturday. So we had to go Saturday, Sunday, and then part of Monday with no heat. But what Jess did was she would just fire up the oven, open up the door, kind of eyeball it, watch, and make sure nothing's happening, and then get it up to 70, 71 down here, keep the doors closed, shut the oven off, just to kind of get it by, to at least make sure these guys were okay. And
we did that a couple of years ago when we lost power for 3 days. That sucked, and that was in the winter too. So
yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? Yeah, everybody's like, "Oh God, don't use an oven." Well, I tell you what, man, you do what you got to do.
You're right.
If you've got a source of heat, use it. Use it wisely. Don't be dumb with it. Don't leave your oven on 450 degrees and leave the damn door open and walk away from it. And no, that's a dumb idea. You will have a problem. But if you're being mindful about it, just kind of watching, okay, got it open, but turn it off, let it cool off, and then just wait, and then do the same thing. That's different. You're not. Where a lot of people mess up is they just crank it up, pop the door open just a little bit, and then they'll walk away and forget about it. Well, yeah, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a big problem because that oven can only handle so much.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, we made it. We always figure it out, and we made it.
Yep. Looks like you had a 3G. Greg came in. I don't know if you saw him before.
The GRB, yeah. Hey, GRB, how's it going?
GRB's in.
Good seeing you. Who else popped? Just in case. I think we're good. I don't think I missed too many people.
Nope, that's it.
But yeah, guys, I'm sorry. You guys know how this works. When I have guests in, I tend to wander off in the abyss of random babbling, and I don't watch the chat very well. So, but
how big
yeah.
is that arrow behind you? I know you've said before, but I don't remember.
The arrow?
Yeah.
Um,
She looks like she's at least 12, right?
Oh, over that.
Yeah.
I would say 15. Actually, I'll tell you right now, damn near 18 inches.
Nice.
Perfect timing because he's right up against the side panel,
Which is
and that's 18 inches. So
18. Yeah. That's how I was measuring. And she might even be bigger because I was doing that for mine because it's a 152. It's 2 feet from front to back.
yeah,
And
yeah, yep.
it's a tall, so it's deeper than a regular 150. And she was every bit from front to back.
No, man.
So I was thinking, she's about 24 inches. And then when I whoops a daisy killed her,
Well,
I pulled her out of there, and I was curious, so I measured her before I disposed of her, and she was 27 inches.
wow.
I'm like, damn. And I found out they definitely have teeth. I did not.
Yeah.
I thought they had like that bony, like the Arapima.
Oh, like
Where they just kind of crush things.
yeah. No, they have teeth.
They definitely have, because when I reached in to pull her out, I'm like, "Hey,
Yeah.
be more careful than that."
Well, right at the top of their mouth, there are teeth that go like this. I mean, they're nasty little critters.
They can't. I am so glad she never bit me, because that would have.
Yeah, that one did.
I know.
Yeah. And then I'm like, there's no way that hurt. I thought it was just, what do you call it, bristles or like you said. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, the hell with that? I was looking down. I had the lid open and I looked down and he was just right there and kind of yawned and I saw him. And I'm like, oh, no wonder that hurt. Yeah, that's pushing damn near GAR status with a trap door. Because they got the trap door, which, I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense because their teeth are just rode all along the outside. So when they open up, they're whatever they got ain't letting go, are you? I can't train it.
I'm gonna get one of those, one of the black ones, even though they're not true black, but they get the black.
Oh, the black arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost me a couple bucks, but I think
they're
gonna do.
They're fun.
Yeah. Well, that or a platinum. Either way, it's going to cost me $1 or $7.
I have a guy. I almost got a platinum off of him. I have a guy for that.
Little, or can you watch them grow up, or they already?
I'd have to talk to him and see what side he gets them at. He might get them past the umbilical cord stage.
I don't want them too small because then they're kind of touchy too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're going to get an arrow, a small one, make sure it's past that stage.
Right.
Because they're just really, really touchy. You literally got to watch them like a hawk. But I can talk to him. I'm sure he can come up with something. Well, actually, you met him. He was at Chicago.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, the Michigan Tropical.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know he did.
Oh, yeah.
He gave me one of the siphon deals.
Yeah, the Higer thing.
Yeah.
Yep. No, he can definitely get them. He's not far from you.
Terry says the black arrows turn silver.
Well, they do, but they have a hint of black to
them. Because I was told they don't get as big either, which would be nice. I mean, eventually I'm going to have to probably get rid of them anyway because, you see pictures of them and they're, 4 foot long, and I don't have anything that's going to house a 4 foot.
But I've seen them in a pool, and they weren't 4 foot. They weren't far from it, but they weren't 4 foot.
Right.
Or instead of that, you could go with a Giardini. I mean, they don't get as big.
No. they don't get as cool either.
Right. Well, there's that. They're not as cool.
Yeah.
I still like them, but they're not as cool. No, the thing that sucks is that once this guy starts outgrowing this, he's going to have to go in the pool, and then I'm actually going to have to put a net over the pool.
Yep.
Because he likes to jump. Or she. I don't know. I'm not grabbing him.
I just called her a girl because I liked the name that I picked from a 1980s dragon movie.
I tell you what, if I had to go into the pool right now with Split, if I hadn't fed him for like a month and a half, okay, I could walk into that pool and Split wouldn't come near me. And Split's my 3-foot alligator guard. This jerk, you don't feed him for a day. I am not putting bear skin anywhere near him.
I got so lucky. I mean, I had my hand in that tank all the time. She never even tried to bite me. I
just went like this earlier to open the lid to feed him. He's already circling. He's psychotic. Yeah, I just went like that. He'll strike it. I'm not going to do it because I don't want him to knock himself silly. But
the guy that you got in there with him, right there, that's the guy in my tanks that will get me.
Yeah.
I love Oscars. I mean, I've had an Oscar for 30 years, but this is the first one that'll bite me.
The same guy that I got him from has another one that he wants me to pick up Friday. And so,
is it just as big?
No, he says he's between 6 and 8 inches, and this one was about that same size when I picked him up. The 3 that I have in the pool make him look small.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know. I might just leave him up here, but now he's starting to pick up size. I'm like, man, I don't know, because I got the red devils in there that are picking up size.
In the pool? Or in the tank?
What'd you say?
Where are the red devils? Because I haven't seen them back there.
They're in here. They're right there.
Oh, yeah. I see it.
Yeah.
Is that a frontosa you got in there, too?
Yeah.
You can't put frontosa in a South American tank. God!
Hey, just because you're not supposed to doesn't mean you can't.
Right. I have people look at me like I'm crazy because I have an angel in with my Jaguar, the Oscars, all the pike.
Yeah.
He just swims around in there like he's flipping them off all the time.
Yeah. There's a Florida gar right here.
I can't see it. It's too washed out.
He's blending in, but he's right here. And then I got silver dollars in there too.
What are you going to do with the, you said you have alligator gars?
Yeah.
Don't they get like 8-10 feet?
They can. I don't think this one ever will because he was, the previous owner, prior to OFR getting him, thinking he was stunted a bit. So it's taken him, when we got him, he was 13, 14 inches. And then we've had him for about 3 years now. And he's up to almost, if not 3 feet.
That's a big fish.
Oh, yeah. And he's so fun. I mean, he's I don't know, the size of a 1 liter bottle. Maybe just a little wider than that. But he's super gentle. One of the most gentle fish I've ever met.
Right up
when he knows food's in the water, he's not gentle. And this gart has the same trait. They will let everybody else eat before they try to eat. That's why I'm trying to think of if there's another tank I can maybe put this gar in, because these guys, get to the food way before he has a chance to. So,
and then you just end up overfeeding, right?
right.
Yeah, that's my problem with my cats in the 210 because I'm like,
Oh,
I have
there's also a gooch cat in here.
good Lord, man.
He's actually, you can't hardly probably see him very well, but he's right here.
The light is right on top of him, so it's hard to.
Fix that. Let's see. Maybe I can turn it down a bit.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's too much.
I hate this light. Yeah, there he is. Right here.
Now they get pretty gigantic too, right? I don't know.
Those guys can get huge.
Yeah. Man eater, right?
But they are very slow growers, which is fortunate for me.
Yeah. Right.
Because ultimately I want to build a bigger pond in the basement. So he's giving me time because he grows slow. And
I mean, what do you need for something like that? Ultimately, probably what, 15 by 15, 20 by 15?
Well, the pond I was initially going to build before the wood prices went through the roof was a 14 by 12, I think. I have enough room down there to do it, at least on that side. And I want to say that once I did the measurements, I was going to do it like 3 foot high, 14 by 12, I think, or then I measured it again and I was like, oh, hell, I can go bigger. I know the measurement got to be just a little over 1,000 gallons. So I'm sitting here going, all right.
You're looking at.
I think I could keep some stuff in there.
Yeah, you can. 1,000 gallons.
So that was the idea behind that. And then, the wood prices went through the roof because I was just going to build a plywood pond, which I'm kind of glad I just went with the pool for right now instead of that. But I'm still going to do it.
Yeah, me too.
Then I'm going to get the other side of the basement cleared out, and I want to build racks over there. I don't know why. I just want to.
I just want to do it.
But I would like what we want to do is we have that so-called 1,000-gallon tub out back. I think it's more like 500 gallons, but that could just be me. I would like to dig that down into the ground and kind of build a nice little pond out there and have some koi and whatnot out there. But the problem is, I want a place to bring them in for the winter. I'm not going to leave them out there because I'm not going to bury it deep enough to be above that frost layer. So I'd rather just drain the pool or drain that tank, put them in the basement, have that one up and going all the time. That way it's just a nice, easy transition. Put them down there, put them up here, and there we go. Is that ever going to happen? Probably not. At the rate I'm moving, probably not.
The problem would be you're going to put something in there in the inside one because it's, hey, man, that thing's empty half the year.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I got to put something in it.
Yeah, I got to put something in there.
No, I just
put your koi in there because you got a killer in there.
I thought about not necessarily digging that down. I thought about maybe just digging it down a little bit, plumbing into the house, letting it filter inside the house, and then heat at the same time and pump out. But I'm just like, man, there's a lot of things that can go wrong with that idea.
Yeah, and expensive.
And I'm just like, I just Don't know yet. So that thing's just sitting back there doing nothing. Plus, I want to take the fence and extend it out, kind of get a little bit more of the backyard. That'd be kind of nice.
You're just spending all kinds of money.
Well, that's just it. That's why nothing's getting done,
Right.
except for in the house.
I don't even have that happening. I wanted to put a whole new shelf over here. You know,
barely getting done in the house. That's why the backyard's like, it is what it is.
Right.
Oh, looks like we got Rob A making it in. Surf City Cichlids, what's happening in Surf City? Let's see. I thought I saw. Looks like Greg Allman's here. What's happening, Greg? How you doing?
Greg Allman.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Oh man, where are we going? Wow, we've already hit an hour. We are just rocking and rolling. Well, man, I think we'll go on for maybe about another 15 minutes.
I'll do however long you want to go. So
I think we'll go on about another 15 minutes, and we'll probably call it. I got to get some of the food that was cooked up prior to the live. I think I got to put some of that in my belly. Yeah. Coral says one more beer's worth. Absolutely, buddy. I came prepared.
I did too.
See? And we got to do another Moonlight Mayhem.
Yeah, and I promise not to get so ripped that I am a complete ass.
Terry says he might go live and talk arrows. Well, more than welcome.
Like tonight?
Probably. It's Terry, man. He does whatever he wants.
That's rightfully so.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, Saints dust. That's something I don't like about Texas. No basement.
Florida, too.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know if it's a situation like, I don't know if...
I've created a new beer. It's
Oh.
called Buzz Light.
It's called Buzz Light.
Buzz Light.
Yeah, Cat found the Bush Light box. She did it. I don't know if it's a situation like if you could maybe dig one out, but the way they do, the way they put them on slabs, those are just pretty much concrete slabs.
I don't know about Texas, but I know in Florida what they do is if they put a basement in, they dig a hole so the water. You watch Cam Kennan and all? No, he's a reptile guy, so I didn't know. But anyway, what they do is they dig a hole, and the water fills the hole, gives them a pond, but it takes the water away from where they're dropping the house.
Oh, so it's like a retention pond.
Right.
I got it.
And that kind of goes up and down as the water table does, but
Right.
I don't know how all that works. I'm not an engineer. I just know that that's a lot of Floridians do it. And I would assume it's the same way in Texas, but
Well,
they may not get the same rain. I have no idea.
from what I've heard, when I was in Oklahoma once, we at the hotel we were at, it was downpouring. It was like the day before Joplin tornado hit. So it was just, the rain was coming off in, poles. It was raining that hard. It was just dumping, waterfall. And we're standing outside, and this other guy just opens the door. He goes, "I'm from Texas. I haven't seen rain in 3 years." And I said, "Well, you're seeing all you can get right now. You want to bag some of that up and take it home?"
That's how California is too, right?
And he said, "Yeah, they don't hardly get rain there." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And I was like, "Dude," I said, "You do you know what snow looks like?" And he's like, "Nope." Oh, okay. I do.
Yeah, they know the last couple of years they do.
They've been getting it. Yeah.
Right.
One of my cousins lives in Texas, and I think would they get half an inch the other day? Shut them down.
Shut the whole highway down.
Shut them down. half an inch of snow.
Well, look what that was, it last year or 2 years ago when they got all that weather that rolled through and just crippled the entire state.
Yeah. Well, they're not set up for it.
Nope.
You know, like you or me, a half an inch of snow. Yeah, get your ass to work. But that's a totally different ball game for them.
Right. They're not like you said, they don't have the infrastructure for it. They don't have.
Right. They don't have the 35 snowplows running down one road. I mean,
right.
We do. You get closer to Pennsylvania, and there's a hell of a lot more snowplows than you or me put together's got.
Right.
But I don't know. This is why I can't be a meteorologist. I'd love to be a meteorologist though, because they can be completely flat ass wrong.
Like more than half the time.
More than half the time and still have their job. Right. Me as a mechanic, if I'm wrong that much, we have no business.
Right. And you have no job.
We're done. Lock the door, sell the tools. We're done. Yeah.
Right on, Terry. That's the other thing. They're just not. They don't have jackets. They don't have the tires for it. They don't have anything.
Yeah. They don't buy them because they really don't need them. But
last time a Texan needed a winter jacket.
Yeah, when it happens though, you really gonna wish you went with those all terrains, or Glitch says winter tires are mandatory in Quebec. Yes, I believe that. I think you guys get like what, a month of summer?
No.
Or maybe 2 months. Sell the tools, more like sell your Snap-on mortgage. Yeah, pretty much. Let's sell it back to them. Oh man, Nathan, I know that feeling so much. He says, I'm trying to dig up my new phone so I can upload my video on my new / used 40-gallon breather I just got yesterday. I hate technology. Anyone want to edit this for me? No. I edit my own videos. It's hard enough.
Have you seen my videos? I don't edit them at all. You get what you get.
And then I do the thing where I get into the over editing, which we found out where I was doing all the what video was that? It was one of the last couple videos I did. And I think Jimmy P was the one that commented, said, uh-oh, Josh found the video editor.
What are you using?
So I use two. I really like CapCut, but the problem is if I use CapCut and share it to YouTube, I can't get the full picture. I will edit it in 16:9, but it comes out a portion, kind of like the screen on the phone. Instead of going full screen, it won't do full screen. So if I'm watching it on my TV, it's like this little square. So I think the music's better on there. I think the video effects and everything are better. But I don't like the fact I can't get the screen to cooperate with it. Not only that, but with CapCut, I get, what do they call that? Copyright infringement every single time I upload a video. Even though it's their music, it came off of their website. I get copyright infringement, which I don't care. I'm not at 1,000. I'm not monetized, so I don't care. But down the road, if I was monetized and that would happen, that would affect me negatively.
Right.
So I don't like that. So I started using Power Director, and I've been using that now after the CapCut debacle. It's just Power Director's choices are limited, but once you start to kind of, if you use Power Director and you get used to their tools, it kind of helps you with Power Director. With CapCut. If you use CapCut, it helps you with Power Director.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like, okay, I know on CapCut I can do this and do that. And then you start playing around with the tools on Power Director, and it's like, oh shit, it was there the whole time, you know. So I'm back to Power Director, and that's where I'm at right now. But
sooner or later, I'm gonna have to break down and buy some kind of whether it's that or if I go through what's the other big one?
Well, they're free. You don't have to buy them.
Oh, free's good.
Power Director and CapCut are both free. If you want the good stuff, though, it'll cost you a little bit. It's not horrible, though.
What's the big one that I should know off the top of my head and I don't? That everybody used forever.
Oh, there's one. I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of what the hell it's called.
I can't either. It's right out of my head.
Yeah. Oh, looks like Lefty's taking off. See you, Lefty. Have a good night, buddy.
I don't even see him on here. Bye, Lefty.
But no, Lefty's saying Adobe Premiere Pro.
Adobe, that's it. Adobe.
Is it? Is it? It could be.
Adobe,
Jimmy,
you can use like
Jimmy P's saying DaVinci is free also.
I think that's what
Glitch says Kind Master. There's options. Basically, you just try them all out and see what you like. You know, my advice is don't. So if you just tried one editing program out, don't do what I did and just go, oh, yep, subscribe and pay $20-$30, whatever it is a month, and you don't even know how to use the damn thing.
Right.
That was my problem. So then I start using CapCut. Actually, Josh at OFR showed me CapCut. And I'm like, dude, this is nice. Now, where CapCut is great, CapCut is set up more for TikTok videos. You know, people make the long TikTok videos. It's with CapCut. With all the effects and the cutout, and blah, blah, blah. That's what CapCut. That's what CapCut's set up for, basically, is TikTok videos. So if you're not doing TikTok videos, I wouldn't even waste your time with that.
Yeah.
But
I don't even have it on my phone.
Well, right. But it can kind of help you learn Power Director because CapCut and Power Director are very similar. And CapCut's a little easier, in my opinion, to use, but in turn, it kind of made Power Director a little easier to use. So, but I would suggest trying out a few of these programs that these guys are saying and see which one you like the best. The worst part is you may have a watermark to deal with, which who cares?
Yeah.
You know, Power Director, when I finally bought into that one, that gets rid of the watermark. Same thing with StreamYard. If you buy into StreamYard, you don't get the watermark.
Right.
I don't care if you see a duck head or not.
Who cares?
But it was nice to buy into it because with her and I both doing two different channels, I mean, we can still be on mine, and there's plenty of time between the two of us to do live streaming and all of that. And I can have up to 10 people in my room and all that good stuff. So, I mean, I'm sure there's other programs, but you know what? This is the one I went with. So,
right. I'm probably going to go with StreamYard too, just because I've used by guesting. You know, I haven't shot a live myself.
Right.
Like the one I just was on the other day, it was like you could just see this much of each other.
Right.
You couldn't see chat. You could. I mean, I'm like, what? I don't know what's happening. So I just said, okay. I mean, as long as you can see me, and then I got onto my phone and put my phone. But that's why the whole chat we're talking, and I was like, you know, I'm way over here.
Well, I think that first time you popped in was when I was doing one of my Saturday night ones, and I had 10 people on there. At one point, there was 10 people there, and I tell you what, my advice, it's cool that you can do that, but I would limit it to like 6.
I don't even know if I'd go that much. Most of the ones that go, if I'm not already, 12 beers in, if you're watching, that's a tough watch for the people in the chat. If everybody's talking over each other and everything.
Everybody starts talking over each other, and there's no direct. And I'm like, okay, I know it's the mayhem thing, but we gotta reduce this a little bit. So that's why I'm like, you know what? We're gonna go with like 6. We'll go with 6. 6 is pushing it. And it's no offense to anybody. It's just like I want everybody to have a fair 10. I don't want to sit here and talk over you or whatever.
Yeah.
But so just because you can do 10, I don't advise it. Yeah. Now, the nice part to that is if I wanted to fire up one of my cameras, I could bring that up in the chat and have it on one of my tanks. Be like, oh, here you go. Click, and bam, there we go. So I could have 8 more tanks on right now. And if everybody wanted to say, hey, what's that one? I could go, here you go. That's an idea. That
is an idea.
Giving myself my own ideas there.
This came to you right now. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
I'm going to need to buy a lot more cameras.
Jeff's over there.
Oh, man. Jimmy says, Josh, you get 9 people. I want in. Well, you're welcome, man. Good old Jimmy P.
There's always room for Jimmy.
Yeah. We'll make room. Oh, man. Well, and that's the thing, too. When I do those Saturday streams, they go on for whenever, however, and people will cycle in and cycle out. The first one I did had Stephen P. and Lefty, and I think Rico might have even popped in on it. And then it just like everybody came out of the woodwork, but I was maxed out. I was like, oh shit, we can only bring 4 people on. So, but as somebody would bow out, somebody else was coming in. So it was cool. That first one was awesome. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. And it was awesome. And then the second one I did, it was all right. Again, Steve, we were doing the goofy hat thing. We need to do that again. We've got to do that. But I had Stephen P. and Lefty, and I think Scuba Steve.
Yeah, the toilet people.
Yeah. No, that would have been the first one. Yeah, that would have been the first one. Yep, because that was Scuba Steve's first live, was on my goof off night. Not that this one isn't a goof off night, but Bonninder came on for that. Oh man, we had a whole bunch. And then I think at one point we started watching somebody else. I don't remember. It was fun.
You were watching somebody else's YouTube?
Yeah. We went and crashed somebody else's live, and it was nuts. And then I think the one that you came on was the third one of those I did. I've only done like 4.
Yeah, but I didn't leave. Once I showed up, I was there.
Hey, and that's fine. You don't have to leave.
But and a half of Jack Daniels later.
Yeah, well, I come downstairs the next day. There's a whole 36-pack sitting in front of me going, must have been a good night.
You're right. I rewatched that. I'm like, oh, my God.
I tell you what, sometimes when you go back and rewatch it, it's like, oh, boy.
Yeah, right.
And everybody loves it. And I'm like,
you're right.
Especially with me. You got to watch me. I don't know sometimes, I don't trust myself.
Open mouth, say things.
Oh, man. But I tell you what, I got to do another one of those again. that was fun. And we can even just do the whole rating other live streams.
I'd be curious to see how that works.
Well, what we did, man, who was? I think it might have been It might have, honestly, I think it was Glitch's first stream. I think we all kind of went in and we were watching her while we were live. So we're all on camera watching their, I want to say it was Glitch.
Can she confirm or deny?
She might, I think it was hers. I think it was her stream. Man, I want to say it was like her first live stream.
Like ever?
Yeah, because I forgot who said it, but somebody's like, "Hey, Glitch's first stream. Let's go crash it." So we're all like tuning in on our TV. Meanwhile, we're on camera.
Right.
We're crashing their stream. It was great. I'm pretty sure it was Glitch's first one or first.
Deny everything, she says.
Yeah.
Deny.
I don't blame you. We were pretty messed up that night. I swear it was hers, and I think we went to another one too. And I, for life of me, can't remember that one. But it's just fun, just crashing them. It's like, hey, we're live. So are you. You're like double live.
Were you able to do it without feedback and the whole thing? That would actually be fun as hell.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Your breath.
yeah. Well, because I didn't have my TV up, or I did, and then I turned it down. So basically, people on my live were telling me what they were saying because I don't have earphones. So, I mean, I do, but they don't work on anything. It's like I've got two freaking nice-ass microphones that don't work on shit. Apparently, I have to get a little USB plugger in or thing.
One of them, whatchamacallits.
Yeah, I don't know what it does, but you plug it in and you plug that thing into that thing, and then the microphone magically works. I don't know. So I'll be looking at that. But
yeah.
I think they call it a dongle. I don't know. It sounded dirty. But yeah. So there's that. But it would be nice if I could have had headphones at least on the TV or something.
Right.
Just to hear, and it was kind of weird, but when you start watching it, it's like, oh, that's funny because you're seeing them, and then yeah, it's like really hard to explain.
Yes.
But it was funny.
Sounds awesome. I bet I can make that work. Because does your headphones hook up to your phone?
No, because my phone is so advanced that it doesn't need the 3.5 plug.
Oh, that's mine too, but it's Bluetooth.
So advanced.
My headphones are Bluetooth, and they'll hook up to my phone.
Oh yeah, my headphones won't.
Oh.
They're Bluetooth. They won't do it. I don't know. This was supposed to be like the top-notch, best Android phone you could get, and it's really pissing me off.
You have the 22 Ultra?
Do what?
The 22 Ultra? Is that what you got?
Well, I got the 21.
So it's the model before.
Yeah, so mine's probably ancient compared to whatever the hell came out now.
It's the 22 Ultra. It's the I have it just only because right before the clash. I don't know if I told you this, but literally, I drove over it. I drove over my phone. I mean, I fell out of my truck, both my phones, my work phone and my personal.
I remember that because you were having trouble with that.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be picking up Misfit, and Misfit's like, I'm trying to get a hold of Misfit, but I have no way to get a hold of him because my phone is destroyed. It just died because when you run over it with a truck, it's a bad matchup for the phone.
Well, usually I think the truck outweighs the phone a little bit.
Yeah, just a little, and that's where I had all my contact information for him. So I'm like, dude, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know any. So I just started heading that direction, and I kept hitting them on Discord.
Oh man!
And finally, I got a hold of Gina, who got a hold of him, and he's like, yeah, just meet me here. I'm like, okay, sheesh.
Ah,
Hey,
oh, looks like we got ourselves the one and only Stephen P here. And why am I so big all of a sudden? What the hell happened there? Jesus.
after my last beating, I didn't approach you directly, buddy. I ain't scared of you when I'm 12,000 miles away. I'm as tough as the next keyboard warrior.
Oh, and I think I saw Jenna pop in too. Hey, Stephen and Jenna. I'm sorry, guys.
I saw her, but she said she was just kind of listening and eating or something.
Oh man, those two are so awesome.
Well,
yes, I know.
Jenna,
I'm pushing buttons. I know it's a rule. I can't push buttons, but I can't help it. They're there. And on this computer, they're red. It's like, ooh, what does the red button do?
I must push this button. I purposely
like,
put the computer far enough away I can't reach it.
like, first you push this button, then this button, then this button. Right? What is it? I am Groot. No! Oh, man. Yeah. Well, guys, I think we're going to go on ahead and just wrap it up for tonight, man.
All right.
I could keep doing this for hours, but I got to work in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and you're an hour ahead of me, so it's only 7:30 here.
Yeah. I need to move to Illinois. Is what?
No, don't move
an hour back.
Don't do that. That's bad.
Well, everybody, I appreciate
without the good weather.
What'd you say?
I said it's California bad here without the good weather.
Yeah. Well, I think your winds are higher.
For sure.
And the cold gets you quicker than you get me. Just
Monday was terrible.
Yeah.
The last Monday. Jeez, it was brutal.
Usually whatever you guys are getting thrown at you, if we don't have it yet, it's coming.
Right. That's what Rico was referring to, much earlier in the stream.
Yeah. The wind wall.
Yeah. Just big enough, just stand out there and block that wind.
Mm-hmm. Well, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and call it an end for the night. I want to thank the moderators for doing the moderator things. That's why I threw a wrench at you guys. And unfortunately, you suck at dodgeball because you couldn't dodge the wrench. But thank you guys for helping out and doing what you do. I appreciate that very much. All the lurkers, you know who you are. I appreciate you. Thank you. And the replay crew, can't forget the replay crew. Thank you so much. And once again, thank you to Mr. Whipsworld himself for coming in. And you are more than welcome to pop in anytime.
Careful what you say.
Well, as long as you buy me dinner first, it's fine.
All right.
But guys, I hope you all have a kick-ass week. Let's get to the weekend in one piece. All 8 fingers, 2 thumbs, toes, whatever day that you got tonight, let's make sure you have them on Saturday, Friday. I don't know. Right. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a burr up my ass. We might just, I know I've said this before, but
right.
we might do a moonlight. Maybe, just might do a Moonlight Mayhem. We'll see.
I might be up for one by then because I'm working overtime for the next couple weeks.
Ooh.
Sunday will be my only day off. So if you do it Saturday night,
well, hey,
be in a rare mood.
Kyle says he's going to get fireworks now. Vibes, what's happening, buddy? But thank you all for coming. I love you guys so much. Thank you, Whip, for jumping on with me. I appreciate it so much.
Anytime.
I hope you all have a great week and stay metal.
Get tanked.